Soundwave Radio here on andrewhogue.com, Australia's only 24/7 rock metal radio station. 2014, I do have Trevor and Brian from the Black Dahlia Murder with us right now, of course, enjoying their Soundwave run.
Yeah,
how
man.
art thou?
It's been sweaty.
It's winter to our bodies right now, so to be here in summer is beautiful.
Great to leave the frozen tundra and come out here with only shorts in my bag and sleeveless shirts and know I was going to be set.
Now let's talk a bit about, obviously, the band's career. I mean, you've been at it for quite a number of years, and we've seen, you know, the scenes shift as well, and then there's more new subgenres coming up. It seems to be a regular topic with a lot of bands I've spoken to on this festival about the subgenres that are creeping in, and the segregation that seems to be doing that even more. What's your take on that? How's that for you guys fit, you know, within the scene? Because to me, you guys are a death metal band.
Right, yeah.
It just seems segregated when it comes to, you know, the image in a lot of sense. People sort of judging on the way the bands look.
That was something we were never prepared for. We thought, we're going to play this death metal music, they're going to like it, people like death metal, and that's it. They're not going to look at me and go, that guy's hair's not long enough. Or that guy was in the magazine next to Killswitch.
Of course, unless they're German.
Yeah, Germany, they're pretty hard customers, but I mean, this has been a constant battle to win over the long hair crowd, you know what I mean? The elitists that just heard that we were like, you know, 8-string jumping up and down deathcore stuff.
Yep.
You know, but it's just not that, man.
Exactly.
You know, it's been a misnomer for a long time for us, but also though, we're hardcore kids at heart. We like all kinds of music, man. Like I love death metal, I love black metal. I'm like obsessed with that stuff, but also I like all kinds of stuff. So, you know, we've attracted all kinds of fans, and I'm glad to see any one of them, whatever they like or whatever they call us. I don't care as long as they call us, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I agree. I mean, like I said, I'm trying to remember the band I'd spoken to recently about if you put a if you didn't show photos of some of the bands like yourselves and I guess Decapitate or whatever, it's like bang, it's brutal death metal. But as soon as people start to see an image, it's like there's I think that's what's causing the segregation. There's like a belonging of being a part of a scene and a look.
No, they have to, like, it makes you know, death metal is just like high school all over again. You know, I thought it was an escape from that. I thought it was for us weirdos, however weird we may be, but no, it's just as douchey with just as many, you know, requirements of, you know, costume and other bullshit.
What about you, buddy?
What about me?
Yeah,
I couldn't agree more, man. I just, you know, it seems when you're young that, you know, there's this big thing going on and you're not part of it. You don't understand why, but whatever. You like what you like. And then you go into this world and then you realize they've recreated their own mini version of the world where someone's always cooler than someone else. And
the dicks are never unmeasured.
I'd like to say right now in protest to that I have no dick.
That's me neither.
And I refuse to have a dick. And I will still slam y'all.
So basically it says, you know, there is requirements, which is ridiculous because a lot of people talk about it's all about the music, but it seems like that's always secondary now.
Yeah, exactly. For death metal, it's supposed to be about the music, all right? It's death metal, man. Come on. It's about blood and guts.
If you're playing, like, Billy's Little Bar and you're jamming it, yeah, you can jam it. You can fucking own it, but you're not Kiss. So you leave the costume tray at home.
Well, let's talk about the last studio record, Into the Everblack. I mean, again, you guys have been at it for a number of years, and the brutality is just relentless. Is there a way that the bands, you know, might try and add some other elements into the sound, or it's just pure death metal through and through, and that's sort of where you're at with it?
We're not in charge. The riffs actually don't come from me, but somewhere else.
They come down from the clouds.
It's like a little voices in my head saying, you must do this. I will. I will continue.
I don't know. We just had the mission statement is the same since day one. You know, we're not gonna sing clean. We're not gonna go new metal like a lot of the Swedish bands that we look up to. You know, and if anything, the more chops we've garnered over the years, the more extreme things we've gotten, I think, from the band. And yeah, we're just gonna keep trucking, man.
Now, what about playing with different bands? Because, again, like I said, there's so much segregation, and it'd be nice to see a lot more bands playing on different bills not just playing with other extreme bands, but a various amount. I mean, would you guys go out on tour with?
That's why Soundwave is such an interesting thing, because
we
you can
would go with the power metal band, and we're like an example of how you can succeed by branching out. We've toured with Terror and Unearth. We've toured with Throwdown. We've got a tour with Carcass coming up. You know, that's more my speed personally, but I see the potential for crossover, and I see that we have fans of all different walks, and it'd be stupid for us to just be so narrow scoped. You know what I mean?
I mean, because I see a lot of bands playing it safe, and you end up being on the same packages with the same bands playing to the same audience, and they're almost pretty much preaching to the converted, when it's every band's aim, I guess, to get the music out to a bunch of different people, whether they like it or not. At least they walk out the show going, example, well, that band sucked, but at least they saw something different, or that band was amazing, I never heard that before.
That's what we did with Warped Tour. Warped Tour is not what you'd expect to see us, and that's kind of why we did it. We could have done Mayhem.
Was it interesting?
It was interesting. We played in front of...
There's many young converts walking around the States right now.
We played in front of 1,000 kids that didn't know who the hell we were every day, which was great. That's what you asked, what you want.
Yep.
We could have played Mayhem, which would have been a safe bet.
Yep.
Same old bungholes. Not that I'm not glad to see those guys, but you know what I mean? We have to, like, we've realized the crossover potential of this band. We're still going to do what we're going to do. We're going to play death metal. That's what we like to do.
Yeah.
And
how was the Warped Tour reaction? Did you feel like you did win over some people, or they just were happy to see something different?
We scared the pants off some of them.
Yep.
In a good way.
That's good. Well, when's the next plan to come back to Australia? Because you've been here a couple of times.
Oh, it would be ideal to come back as soon as possible. Just need some of you promoters out there to, hopefully help us out with a couple plane tickets.
Come on, boys.
We're willing. Are you ready?
Oh, thanks for your time. We can get you guys to choose a track from the latest record, Fight Amongst Yourselves.
Let's keep it, let's get religious here. Here comes their beloved absentee. God's watching, or is he?
Thanks again to Black Dahlia Murder on Soundwave Radio on AndrewHogue.com. Let's check it out right now. Thanks, lads.
Hogue!